called them up. We called them up. He didn't want it, and we didn't deliver it.
But why?
Story.
Why did you even offer it without vetting it?
Exactly. We got handed an envelope that was supposed to go to the vice president. I didn't know. So we called out the vice president. He didn't want it. We didn't deliver it. It's the end of the story. Guys, this is such a non-story.
Are you going to ask?
That is Senator Ron Johnson, who recently came under scrutiny just on Tuesday after the January 6th committee revealed text messages between his chief of staff, Sean Riley, and former Mike Pence assistant, Chris Hodgson. Shortly before storming the US Capitol, Riley told Hodgson that the senator, before this storming, he didn't personally do it, that the senator had an alternate slate of electors to personally deliver to Mike Pence, but Hodgson told him, do not give that to the former vice president. So this gets into the idea that the actual electors, which are the only real electors, there's no such thing as alternate electors. They're just random people that the Republicans know would somehow say, no, Trump won the election. Ron Johnson is now implicated in that thanks to his chief of staff. And so he is running from those questions. That right there saying it's just a non-story, it gets even more embarrassing than that. Take a look at who he tries to pin the blame on for this entire thing.
And who, do you remember who gave it to you?
It was a staff deal. I mean, it apparently had Michigan and Wisconsin. I had no hand in any of it. Again, this lasted a couple minutes in our office, and the episode is over. Again, this is total non-story.
Are you going to ask your aides about who this person was? Have you asked?
We did. No, literally don't. It was a staff-to-staff. Somebody from the House, some staff intern, said we got to, the vice president needs this or whatever. Again, I wasn't involved. I don't know what they said, but somebody from the House delivered it to a staff member in my office, my chief of staff, called the vice president. Hey, we got this, and the vice president said, don't deliver it. We didn't.
Are you curious about the identity of this person? Are you curious about the identity of this person? Do you want to ask about it?
No, because there's no conspiracy here. This is a complete non-story, guys. Complete non-story. It's a total partisan witch hunt. And I was not involved in this at all, So I don't know why you're even asking the questions. So why don't you just leave me alone? We have no idea.
But it was your chief of staff who sent this information over.
No, it was my chief of staff that contacted. He just came from the White House, first day on the job. He called up somebody he knew in the vice president's staff. Hey, we got this. And the vice president said, don't deliver it to us, and we didn't.
I mean, and does he know who he got this from?
The only thing better and less suspicious than one excuse for something is like 1,000, okay? Why are you talking? It was an intern. It was an intern for me or for them, I don't know, or my chief of staff, or maybe it was their chief of staff, or maybe Mike Pence asked for it, even though it's clear that he wasn't interested in being involved in this. Also, my chief of staff just came. It was his first day. He hadn't even unpacked his bags. The sun was in my eyes. And why are you talking to me? I didn't have anything to do with this. JR, it is very embarrassing to try to pin all of this on some intern, that the intern came up with the scheme to give the alternate electors. But it is more embarrassing to pretend that you're going to throw an intern scapegoat under the bus. But then, like when they say, well, so are you at least going to identify who this person is that is implicating you in a terrible scandal? They're making you look terrible. Obviously, you would want to know who they are. No, I'm not interested in any of that. It's total non-story. Why are you talking to me? Go away. And he tries to walk even faster. That is a US senator right there.
Ron Johnson is generally a powerful politician. He sits on the Department of Homeland Security Committee, and he wants us to believe that there's so many holes in the security system when it comes to packages and deliveries being sent around from interns to your staff members, to your chief of staff, to even you knowing about it. He wants everyone to believe that he has no part in it. And for people who want to believe that, there's one more question. Why does he have no part in it? What else does he have no part in? Who's running this office? What are these rogue staff members? An intern has access to take some fake slate of electors and hand them to the vice president of the entire United States of America and hope that he flips this election for those two particular states based off the information of fake electors that he gave to him.
Yeah.
This new intern who just started that day. Wow, man, this is some serious on-the-job responsibilities that they give to their interns as soon as they walk in. They can just flip entire elections. This is weird how this works. So, you know what? If nothing else, this guy's super incompetent. If we're gonna believe his BS stories, that he just has no idea what's happening.
Sometimes I know that the algorithm doesn't incentivize this, but sometimes I like to leave the most embarrassing part for last. So you just said that he was incompetent. Anybody out there, you want some proof of that? So trying to walk away really fast And coming up with a bunch of excuses trying to matrix this thing is very embarrassing, but not quite as embarrassing as one other tactic he tried to use to get out of answering questions, which you'll see right here.
The staff was doing with the alternate slates of electors. No, you're not. I can see your phone. I can see your screen.
Can you explain what your chief of staff was doing?
Does your chief of staff still work for you, Senator?
Can you explain what happened there? Why was your chief of staff even offering this to the vice president?
So that's hilarious that he was trying to pretend to be on the phone. But to be clear, the reporter caught him, but the reporter actually didn't have a super solid case. The reporter said, I can look at your screen, it's not on. That's true, but sometimes the screen will automatically turn off while you're on a call because it's so close to your face, you wouldn't see it anyway. So he could have implied that the reporter was wrong, but he made one crucial mistake. Do you know what it was? Generally, when you end a call, you say something, you fool. He could have just been like, bye. That'd be it. Instead, he just, that's
John,
not how calls end.
He couldn't do it because obviously he wasn't talking to anyone. But throughout the whole time, even when he said I'm on a call, he wasn't saying anything. Even if he went to bye, no one was saying anything. This was not a conversation. Where you listen to voice messages, what's going on? But you have to then press a button. None of that happened. The whole time he was walking and they said, I can see your phone. Again, he didn't think, oh, of course, my phone's always dark because he's in a panic. So he couldn't dispute it. It was a bit of a I guess it was a leap for that reporter to point that out because again, he could have easily debunked that. But no, he was actually lying. It's pretty obvious. It's hilarious. This guy's a mess.
You know, sometimes you don't want to answer questions or whatever, and you need a strategy to get out of it. I think for him, this was a bad call. As like a reporter, I don't want to get like hung up on this story, but no, you need something better than just talk, pretend to talk, come up with something. He is the worst improv performer ever.
Ron Johnson's not a smart guy.
No, when they're sending him, they're not sending their best or their most creative or their wittiest.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.